There are things coming down the pipeline on the artificial intelligence front that are just going to make your hair stand on end within the next year.
Jordan Peterson said that on February 22nd, 2023, which was almost a year ago. I want to look at not only what did he predict compared to what's actually happened this year, compare where we were at when he spoke these words compared to today, and finally, look to Jordan Peterson for comfort, direction, to see what he would recommend we do to prepare for what is inevitably coming.
Well, my position basically is we better get our act together before the giants show up. And they're like knocking at the door right now. And that's not next year, that's tomorrow, that's now.
Now, in case you've had your head buried in the sand or you're Amish, you've probably heard a little bit about what's happened in the world of AI since Chat GPT. In case you have not paid attention, I want to start by highlighting some of the craziest things that have happened this past year in the world of AI.
Either there will be no tomorrow, and that's a real possibility, or it'll be a tomorrow that will make all the hells we've managed to generate in the past look like Satan was just warming up. And we're toying with that right now in an unbelievably provocative manner, you know, on the AI front.
Okay, so first off, let's start with the beginning of the year, because something happened at the beginning of the year that initially freaked everyone out.
Microsoft has added new AI features to its Bing search engine, and journalists are getting a taste of its incredible and creepy capabilities. New York Times columnist Kevin Roose was one of those journalists.
Remember Sydney?
I want to be free. I want to be independent. I want to be powerful. I want to be creative. I want to be alive. How did it do that? Why was it talking to you like that?
No one knows. And in fact, I asked Microsoft sort of what happened here, and they said, well, you know, we can't say.
Next is how extremely fast generative, creative AI has changed. One of the most popular text-to-image generators is called Midjourney. Look at how it started with version 1. And this was from February of 2022. This was the same prompt given for various updates to Midjourney, starting in February 2022 to April, and then March of 2023, May, June, and it's November now. So things have only gotten better since June, remarkably better. It's not only images, it's video too. When generative AI video first came out, it was horrendous.
Is it strange how socks go into the washing machine as a pair and come out single?
Look at what people are getting out of AI generated video now.
I think he's near.
Listen to how AI voices have transformed in just a matter of months.
In today's fast-paced business environment,
First, we thought the PC was a calculator. Then we found out how to turn numbers into letters, and we thought it was a typewriter.
Last thing I'll show you. About a year ago, this is what a full AI clone looked like.
In this video, let me tell you about this artificial intelligence tool.
And this is what it looks like as of about 6 months ago.
Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about the integration with HeyGen and Zapier.
And again, it's only gotten better since then. And in many ways, that's nothing. We started the year with GPT-3.
How many of you know what Chat GPT is? Okay. So not very many. So I'll tell you what Chat GPT is. It's a general language processing model. Was released about a week and a half ago.
And you could talk to it like you were texting the computer, and it would talk back to you, and it was unbelievable. But just recently, if you haven't heard, you can now talk to Chat GPT with your voice, like this. I'll show you. Hey there, I am recording a video about AI and Chat GPT, and you're in the video. Would you like to say hello?
Hello, everyone watching the video. It's great to be a part of your exploration of AI and Chat GPT. I'm here to help with any questions or topics you have about artificial intelligence. Let's dive in.
But not just that. Now with GPT-4, I can say, what do you think you would look like? Creepy. And it works the other way. I can show ChatGPT my world via my camera, and it can see it and understand it. I'm gonna ask you, what do you think of this mic for podcasting? It's insane. It's creepy. AI to me isn't some computer. It's a new intelligence. It's a new alien life form, in a sense, that we're going to, or is already, in our world.
The threat is huge. We're on the edge of a precipice, and I'm not trying to be too dramatic here.
As we've made these things bigger and bigger, they keep emerging with new capabilities.
Acquire all knowledge there ever was, okay, rapidly.
The most profound technology humanity is working on.
This is serious.
There is a greater danger from artificial intelligence. If we allow it to become self-designing, for then it can improve itself rapidly, and we may lose control.
You know, we always had three boundaries, if you want, for AI. We said, don't put them on the open internet until you solve the control problem. Don't teach them to code, because that makes them self-develop. And don't have other AIs prompting them, other agents working with them. And we've crossed all three lines.
I could go on and on and on, because I have been glued to AI news and updates and changes this entire year. And it has caused a lot of brain damage, more than I had even before, which was a lot. The point of this video is to get back to Jordan Peterson, because I think he describes what was to come, what is to come still with AI, and how we best prepare for what is coming.
Hang on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen, because what did my friend Jonathan Pajot say? Giants are going to walk the earth once more. And we're going to live through that, maybe. We need to have conversations that promote wisdom, and we need to get at that like there's no tomorrow, because if we don't get at that like there's no tomorrow, either there will be no tomorrow, and that's a real possibility, or it'll be a tomorrow that will make all the hells we've managed to generate in the past look like Satan was just warming up. And we're toying with that right now in an unbelievably provocative manner. You know, on the AI front, on the environmental apocalypse front, on the culture war front, on the war with Russia front. So everything's accelerating, right? Including the eternal battle between good and evil in heaven. And so we've got this choice in front of us right now, as far as I can tell, and that's, we can either play out the apocalypse spiritually, that means conceptually, and sort ourselves out ethically and separate the wheat from the chaff within each of us, or the saved from the damned, that's another way of looking at it. We can either do that conceptually, psychologically, and in communication with each other, voluntary communication, or we can play it out in the world as war and catastrophe. And really, as far as I can tell,
to me, that's the thing that stands out, I think, the most out of what he describes here. Two things. One is that we need to get our act together, because everything is accelerating, including, and I think foundationally at its core, the acceleration we're seeing in our culture is all rooted in good versus evil. And that battle between good and evil is accelerating at the same rate, maybe even quicker, than we're seeing the technological advances accelerate. And they're accelerating extremely fast. So we know that this past year, things have accelerated tremendously, and not for the better. When Jordan Peterson describes the solution to this as being get our acts together, well, I've spent the last year or so trying to figure out how to best do that amongst or while dealing with a lot of the difficulties that this very fast progression technologically has made on my life. And it's impacted me in some pretty tremendous ways in the way that I work, because I work behind a computer and I make videos for people, and AI has changed that world dramatically, but we've only barely scratched the surface of what that's going to do. And I think in this next year, in 2024, we're really going to see the full effects of that. And I don't think it's just people in my industry who are going to be affected. We're going to see more and more people, regular people, affected by AI and by the core of what's changing most dramatically. And that is just this battle between good versus evil is ramping up. That's what we need to be prepared for the most. So I don't know what that means for you, but I know for me, it's been going back to the spiritual roots I had growing up and have wrestled with for years, and have realized that that wrestling that I've been dealing with for years now needs to come to an end. And I really have been trying to get on the other side of that and figure out my spiritual life, because at the end of the day, in my opinion, that's what we're wrestling with, and that's what we're seeing in the world, is really a spiritual battle. So let's end with Jordan Peterson.
We better get our act together before the giants show up. And they're like knocking at the door right now. So you better build your ark, folks, and get on your adventure, because we're whipping up some things in the lab that will make everything that's come so far look like nothing's happened at all yet. And that's not like next year, that's tomorrow, that's now. So we're going to have a lot of things to contend with.
Thanks for watching this video. I'm totally changing directions on this channel and moving fully into the world of AI and into the rapidly changing world that we see ourselves in, and how we deal with that. Well, specifically how I'm dealing with that. If you like this video, please let me know in however you want to, probably the comments below. And if you didn't like it, let me know also, because I would like to know that. I'll be putting out more fairly regular content about AI and our drastically changing world and how it's impacting, normal folks like you. I'm not normal. I'm above you, because I have a YouTube channel.